Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Paul Brooks TV. Specifically, we are continuing our road trip haul adventure part 2 of all the shit that I picked up on my road trip out to Los Angeles, starting in June, going all the way through not too long ago, August. It was a little bit over 2 months. So let's continue, and I got a ton of DVDs to get to. I don't know what this is right here. I picked it up for free from Videotech. This is just something that was sort of sitting by the entrance. What is that? What is this? Somebody comment, let me know what this is. I have no idea. There's something inside. 2 discs. There's a clue. There's clues in here. What in the world is this? Look at this. Absolutely no clue. What if I made that the thumbnail right there? I might do it. I'll find out what that is eventually. Up next, CD Trader. What the heck? Fatal Frames. I got this at CD Trader in Van Nuys, up in the valley, on a hot day. Yeah, I don't know anything about this, but it is a special edition. So I'll give it a go. Synapse Films. Nice. Donald Pleasance is in it. Angus Scrim is in it, if you can kind of see down there. Got some special features as well. I'm going to check it out. Also from CD Trader, a little something called the Embalmer. Sometimes I just go into these places and I'm like, well, I want to support them. I want to get something. And sometimes you end up finding, an alpha video that is probably not going to be very good, but you're going to buy it anyway, just to support a local business. But you're going to see a lot more alpha video in this haul. So there you go. That's from 1965. It's not going to be very good. That's okay. All right. This is from a place in Burbank. I am blanking on the name of the place. I know that the owner of this place just passed away. And forgive me for not remembering the specifics of this. It's on sort of the main strip in Burbank there on Magnolia, next to Blast from the Past and all that over there, if you're familiar with the area. But I picked up The Naughty Stewardesses, which is kind of a little bit of a clunky title, but you know what? I am willing to overlook it. Can I show you the back? I can show you the back. So I'll be giving this a watch from Retro Seduction Cinema, and here's your DVD contents at a glance. Yeah, there you go. Also from this, and I should have looked it up before I started the video. It's like Hollywood Poster and Books or something like that. Again, I apologize, but I also picked up The Beast of the Yellow Knight, starring John Ashley and Mary Wilcox. I don't know what I'm doing, folks, but it is a special widescreen edition, so that's very exciting. Another one that, you're going to put this on and you're going to be probably not super paying attention to it. Special deluxe features, special letterbox format, trailers, drive-in antics with Fred and Miss Kim, still gallery, and vintage 35mm retro drive-in spots. Okay, now I'm a little bit more excited. Love that. Also from the same place, this is cool. Escape 2000. Check that out. AKA Turkey Shoot. Never seen it. But got some Olivia Hussey in there as well, who was in the previous video in Romeo and Juliet. Cool cover, you know, kind of reflective, shiny, neat thing going on there. And then there are actually a nice amount of special features there on the back. So, never seen it. Gonna give it a go. Yeah. Brian Treachard Smith, who I feel like I've actually bought some of his movies before and featured on this channel. Okay, we're moving on to, actually, I do remember the name of this video store that I stopped into. It's called Be Kind Video in Burbank, like right down the street from this other place. And I picked up on Blu-ray Gorgo, which I think just came out recently on Vinegar Syndrome as like a, you know, a deluxe 4K release. But this was $5 or something. Yeah, $5 right there. So not looking to break the bank on Gorgo. No offense to Gorgo, but $5, like nothing you've ever seen before. And down there at the bottom, you do see a decent amount of special features. So that's cool. And check that out. Love a good, you know, monster, kaiju, old school situation. Now, also from Be Kind Video, I picked this up, the 30th anniversary edition of Night of the Living Dead, which, if you know anything about this film, you know that, or this particular version of the film, you know that it's a little bit on the controversial side, since new scenes and things like that were added 30 years later. I already own this. I'm not stupid. Of course I already own this. But the reason that I bought this for $10 is because inside we have this delightful little booklet that I do not have in the previous version that I have here. And I'm just going to show you really quick. I mean, this is so cool. If you're, you know, look, I'm wearing the shirt right now. If you're not Night of the Living Dead fan, this is primo stuff right here. The true story of the Night of the Living Dead 30th Anniversary Edition. Interview in here. I'm not going to show that because it's really gory. I don't want to get in trouble. Bill Heinzman reprising his role as the original zombie 30 years later. Again, a little controversial. But this is so cool. Look at that. So I couldn't help it. I had to do it. Also comes with this thing in here, but I believe I have that in my other version. I'm excited. I'm glad that I picked this up. There was another one that I found that had even more. I'm like, you can't. you gotta cool it. But I am happy that I picked this up. And I do regret not picking up the other version because I'm nuts. All right, we're going to blow through some DVDs here. This is a wonderful record store in Pasadena called Canterbury Records. And they have a whole section of Alpha video. I specifically went in there to find some Alpha videos, and they did not disappoint. This is called Lynch Mob Vigilantes, plus Chain Gang Massacre, 2 movies on this one. So, kicking things off right with some Alpha video, which, you know, you can find on oldies.com, but it's always nice to find stuff in the wild. That's what makes it exciting. More Alpha video. This is Coming Attractions Classic, what's that say? Classic Cliffhangers. Huh. Just a selection of old school movie trailers. I think that's what this is. Trailers for Cliffhangers promise a thrill-a-minute viewing experience. Yep. Also some alpha video. I was looking for a couple specific things, couldn't find them. But I did pick up, I'm going to take the plastic off of this really quick, since it's falling off anyway. We got some beer commercials of the 50s and 60s. Some of this is going to be like, we put together a B-movie marathon every year, and there's fun little in-between things going on. Plus, we're doing a pre-show this year, and I want to keep that up. So I'll probably be, just kind of making a mixtape of stuff from little, goofy, weird little things like this. I love little compilations like that. Okay, I'm super, super excited about this. This might be the highlight of the video because I have been looking all over for this for years. Could not believe that I found it. I think I gasped out loud. And it's Peter Gabriel's concert video, Secret World Live. Now, this is, not going to be everybody's cup of tea, but I really enjoyed this concert. It's from 1993, I want to say. This says 2003. No, maybe I'm a little bit off. Maybe it came out later. I think it's from the 90s though. And it's got, all sorts of great Peter Gabriel songs on there if you're a Peter Gabriel fan. This concert also featured Paula Cole as in sort of her like breakout performance. She's really, really good sort of covering for like Sinead O'Connor and Kate Bush. She went on tour with him in this. And I've been looking I even went in my local record store and tried to get them to order it for me. And they're like, we can't figure it out. So I'm very excited to be able to watch that very soon. Okay. So I went to Amoeba. Obviously, if you're in Los Angeles, you have to go to Amoeba Records. I can literally spend all day in there. It's very dangerous because Sierra lives very close to it. My friend and my co-writer and one of the stars of my movie Hunting for the Hag, she lives nearby, and so whenever I was over there visiting her, I would pop into Amoeba. And we have something here called To Hell with Love, which honestly I'm kind of agreeing with these days. Sometimes life gets in the way of your dreams. This is just one of those little indie flicks that you pick up for a couple bucks that you don't know anything about, but you say, you know what, I'm going to give it a go. Also from Amoeba, I could not believe that I found this. This is not a documentary, but it is a found footage movie called The Documentary. And the reason that I'm so stunned that I ended up finding this for a couple bucks, $2.99, in the sort of, cheap bin at the back of Amoeba. The reason is because I used to work in LA with the director, the writer and the director of this film. And his name's Walter. And Walter was telling me that he made this film, this found footage horror movie called The Documentary. Never got around to watching it. We didn't work together very, very long. But I found this and I'm like, well, I have to pick this up because, got to do it for Walter. You have not seen it, don't know much about it. Excited to give it a go. What's your greatest fear? The documentary. For this woman, it's bugs in her mouth, which, yeah, not great. I agree with that. And then just kind of a weird random thing that I picked up at Amoeba. I feel like there's going to be more in the next video, but this is something called Mind Melters 47. Are there really 47 of these at least? It's the unrated version. A James Balsamo film. He had a bunch of stuff at Amoeba, so I decided to pick up one of these. I think I might have gotten another one too. I'm almost positive if there's going to be another one of his films in the next video, part 3. We're going to try to do 3 of these. So yeah, this looks like sort of just a compilation of some of his stuff. Weird. This is something that I picked up at the Chatsworth, California Public Library. And I think I already own it. So this will probably be like a bingo prize or something. Keira Knightley and Adrian Brody in the jacket. I think I already own it, but it was one of those situations where there was a really nice old lady working in the little bookstore sale section of this library, and I just didn't want to walk out of there without handing her $1 for something and saying thank you. So that's why. So the jacket. Just a couple more real quick. I was down in Culver City at the what's it called? The Westfield or the Westlake Mall, or what? The Culver City Mall. And I went into this bookstore and I said to the lady working at the bookstore, do you have any movies in here? She said, there's a really small section over in the corner over there. So I went over to check it out and couldn't believe it. There was this section of seemingly locally made black films. And I picked one up because I'm like, it was just such a weird little section of movies to find. This is called The Education of a Negro. It's a special edition, and apparently it's the best black film since Malcolm X. We don't know who said that. But quick look at the back there. There are some special features on it. I was sold. I had to do it. I did spend $15 on this because it was just such a weird little quirky section in this store. It doesn't even say who made this movie, but I'm definitely going to watch it. The Education of a Negro. And then last but not least, this is something that I picked up in Flagstaff, Arizona. I can't remember the name of the store, but it was a pretty big movie store. They had a lot of stuff, and I picked up this little television miniseries event called Empire Falls. It's got a great cast. I'm a sucker for Ed Harris in anything. Paul Newman, Helen Hunt, Philip Seymour Hoffman, Aidan Quinn, and Joanne Woodward. I mean, can't go wrong with that, right? I don't know. It's like a 2-part miniseries event from HBO based on a novel. And I think I was about to say I think this is Jessica Tandy's last project. That's completely wrong. I'm thinking of Nobody's Fool, starring Paul Newman. Great movie. So look at the disc, and it's sort of this like cool. I don't know if you can tell, but it's it's like a little media book. And it was $6, so I'm like, why not? And it's got some special features, so I'm gonna give it a shot. That's everything. Thank you for watching. Like I said, we're gonna do one more of these. Try to blow through the rest of the stuff that I spent way too much money on during my road trip. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for the next one. Hope you're doing well, and we'll see you next time.